So what sin cannot be stopped? That's what we're going to be talking about today on One Reality. Hey guys, so I wanted to ask this question to people who think they can't stop sinning. Why can't you stop sinning? What is physically prohibiting you from living a sin-free life? Now, some people might say, well, we are born with a sin nature, and we're born sinners, and we have a desire to sin, therefore we cannot stop sinning. Which, honestly, it's debatable whether we do have a sinful nature or not. I'll leave a link down in the description to that. But let's say we do. Let's go with it. Let's say we have actually a sinful nature, and we have this built-in desire to want to sin. I don't know why God would give us that if he wants us to obey him, but let's go with it. Let's say God built this desire in us to disobey him, so we'll won't desire to obey him for some reason. If you have a desire to sin, that doesn't mean that you can't stop sinning. Even if there is some kind of desire there. I mean, with 1 Corinthians 10:13, where we're never tempted above what we are capable of handling, you're never going to be tempted so far that you can't stop sinning. You will always be able to endure that temptation because it's always going to be the 50-50. It's never going to be above what you're going to be capable of handling. So that's not a good enough reason why you guys continue to sin. So I kept thinking about what else is there? What else is there that's prohibiting you? Is it that like somehow these sins are just too strong to overcome? But then again, there are people who have already overcome them. Like murder. There's plenty of people out there in the world who are not running around stabbing people with knives. Okay? You may say hatred of the heart. There are plenty of people who really don't hate other people. There's plenty of people who aren't committing adultery. You'll be like, oh, well, there's people who are looking with lust. Job made in his heart a covenant not to look at someone, and God considered him a perfect man in Job 1 verse 8. So it's not like there's certain sins you can't overcome if you want to. If you can't overcome a sin, that means you are committing that sin every single second of every single day. That's what it comes down to. If there is a sin that can't be stopped, it means you're committing it every single second of every single day. Because if you stop it, committing that sin for 1 second, if you stop having hatred in your heart for 1 second, if you stop lying for 1 second, if you stop any sin for 1 second, it means you can go 2 seconds. It means you can go 5. It means you can go 10. It means you can go a minute, an hour, a day, a week. What it comes down to is that sin is a free choice. And that's what all sin is. Sin is a free choice. And even with the sinful nature, if you believe in that, it still comes down to a free choice. Whether you want to commit that sin or not. No one's forcing you. You're not being forced into sin. If you were forced to sin, then we have God up in heaven saying, why do you guys keep sinning? God's not stupid. He knows why you keep sinning. It's because you want to do it. If you think that you can't stop sinning, please comment down below and explain to me why that is. Why can't you stop sinning? What is somehow prohibiting you from living a sin-free life? But I think the truth of the matter is we can stop sinning. God is commanding us to go and sin no more. He's commanding us to obey him. He's telling us, if you love me, keep my commandments. So why not do it? Why not do what God commands? Why not love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself? Which Jesus said, if you do this, you will live. Not just simply believe and then continue on sinning. If you believe Jesus, you believe his words of go and sin no more. If you have made him the Lord of your life, he is the master. You follow that master. The Pharisees weren't following God. That's why Jesus said in John 8, verse 44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. You're going to do what your father says. And if you're sinning, you're following your father Satan. 1 John 3:8, he that committeth sin is of the devil. But if you're following Christ, you'll follow him, you'll obey him, and you're not going to live with sin in your life.